If you're watching this, you're probably already giving some thought to your goals for your business. Way to go, that's awesome. I love that business mindset. I love that you are aiming to push yourself to that next level through the goals that you are going to set. I'm Mandy with Sugary Bling, and I am going to talk about simple goals. Simple to track, simple to set. That way it can give you a pathway as you build your business. There are lots of amazing goals that you can set with your business, and I would encourage you to dive into all of those to research and find what's going to be a good fit for you. In addition to whatever other goals you're setting, I would highly recommend setting the simple goal of beating your best. I love the beat your best goal because your competition is yourself. You don't have to compare yourself to anyone else. It's just you and what you've accomplished, and then stepping and leveling up that accomplishment. And so you're always aiming to beat your best. To help you track yourself in this goal, I have a couple of printable sheets. One is to beat your best sales goals, and one is to beat your best team goals. Because your best is always changing, I would recommend putting this into something that you can use a dry erase marker on. So a plexiglass in front of it, or sliding it into a picture frame. I found a piece of plexiglass that will hold both of my printables, and I am going to hang it in my jewelry room so I can see every day what my beat my best goals are. And I'm gonna walk you through these sheets. In addition to the Beat Your Best Goals sheets, I also have a couple more that I think will be helpful in your business. One of them is a social media growth tracker. You're building your social media over time, always beating your best numbers. This is one that the numbers will always grow, and so I'm just gonna write these right on the sheet since they won't be changing. I also have a personal volume growth tracker. This ties into Life of a Party goals, and it's a simple way to keep track month over month what your best volumes were. And I'm gonna walk through both of these as well. All right, I put my printables behind a sheet of plexiglass. You can also put them in picture frames. You just wanna pick something that will work with a dry erase marker. So let's talk about the first sheet, Beat Your Best in Sales. So you want to know how much you are selling weekly and how much you are selling monthly. So maybe your best week you sold 100 pieces, and you can write it in that first box. Then maybe last week you sold 60, and this week you sold 70. It's fun to track because you know your ultimate goal is 100, but you can still see that you did better this week than last week. And then you would erase this column and shift it over the next week. You can break down your pieces sold. Maybe you sold 80 pieces on your Facebook sales, and you sold 20 pieces on your website. You can break that down to see how many customers you have. I like tracking customers because then you can know if you are growing your customer base. For example, maybe out of those 100 pieces, you had 40 total customers. Since personal volume is related to your sales, I added that as a line item as well, although we have a whole separate sheet to track that. But maybe your best personal volume that you have bought in a week is going to be 180 PV. Your best column will often stay those same numbers, but occasionally you will beat your best, and you can change them as indicated. The monthly section works similar. How many pieces that you have sold in a month, that is your best. And maybe last month you sold 350, this month you sold 360, and you can track your numbers that way. And again, break it down by Facebook sales per month, website sales per month, customers per month, and your monthly personal volume. If you don't track all of these things, you could change it to something that you do track, or just skip that line. I also created a team goal tracker to beat your best. Maybe one week you called 3 personally sponsored. Last week you only called 1, this week you called 2. So your best is 3, and that's what you're always aiming for. Maybe you sent personally sponsored messages to 4 people, and this week you sent it to 5, which is awesome. So next week you would change your best to 5 because you beat it. Follow-up contact are people that you are following up about the opportunity. Maybe the best week that you did, you contacted 5 people. This week you only followed up with 3, and so you know you want to aim for 5 the next week. One week you were amazing and reached out to 10 potential people about the opportunity, and so that's going to always be your goal. Maybe last week you reached out to 6, and this week you reach out to 4. And then you can see that, oh, I want to step that up next week. There was one week that you posted 3 different times about the opportunity, so that's your best. Last week you forgot, and then this week you posted once, and so you can again track your numbers over time. Down here in monthly, you can track how many personally sponsored active you have in the month, how many new teammates you have added in 1 month, your organizational volume for the month, your team rank, and your Crown Club level. All of those factors come into helping you track to beat your best as your team goals. You want these sheets to be in something that is dry erasable because you are planning on beating your best, and so you want to be able to change these numbers over time. And you will change this week and move it to last week, and then you'll have new column to write in for this week. And so that way you're always changing those numbers, and that's why it's great if it's dry erase. This is the social media growth tracker. You'll print one out for each year, and so it's something that you write directly on. So you can put this is year 2022, and in January on the 1st, you will write down all of your numbers of your social media accounts. You will write down your personal Facebook friends, your personal Facebook followers, your Facebook business likes, and your Facebook business followers. Those are separate numbers. Then if you have a VIP group, how many people are in it? If you have a messenger group, how many people are in it? If you have Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or email subscribers, how many people are in there? So on January 1st, you fill in all those numbers. And then come February 1st, you can fill in those numbers again, and you'll be able to see the difference, how many more personal Facebook friends you have, or how many more Instagram followers you have. So you can note the growth over time, month to month, as you go along throughout the year. This is a personal volume growth tracker, and you will use it for the whole year, so you can go ahead and write directly on this sheet. I know that we had personal volume on the Beat Your Best tracker, and that will show you your best personal volume, but sometimes it can be powerful to compare month to month. So what your last year's July was compared to your best July compared to this year. And so this breaks it down by month, so you can see those numbers at a glance. This also has some Life of the Party trackers on it for you, easily accessible. And because of that, this growth tracker runs the Paparazzi year. So it goes from July through June. So make a note that if you are starting in January, that would be this column right here. You'll note that there are 2 places for this year. Above the line, you're going to track your personal volume by month. So you'll put July's personal volume in here, August personal volume in here, September's personal volume in here. Now down under this line, under the dark line, all of the rest of these are running totals. And so this is this year's running total. You would put July's personal volume in here. And then for August, you would take July's plus August, and it would go in here because it's a running total, adding month to month. And so September would be July plus August plus September. October would be all those months combined, and so on. And so these here are Life of the Party levels, and so you'll know month to month kind of where you need to be on track for your Life of the Party goal compared to your own running total for that year. I love the goal of beating my best. I feel like it's something that I can wrap my mind around. I know what my best week was, I know what my best month was, and I'm always aiming to beat those, to be able to compete with myself and not worry about anyone else. I love the Beat Your Best goal. I feel like it's a great place to start with goals, and I think that these sheets really help you track it over time. Enjoy using the trackers, enjoy setting those goals. I can't wait to see your businesses grow. I'm excited for you. I know that as you set those goals and as you track them, it gives you motivation to push yourself to that next level. And I'm here cheering you on. Remember, I'm Mandy with Sugar Bee Bling. Be sure to follow me here on YouTube. I have lots of tips and tricks and training videos that can help you in your business, so you don't want to miss any of those that are coming out. You can also find our website online at sugarbeebling.com, and you can follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, all the places at Sugar Bee Bling.